Everyone's an overthinker to a certain extent, which is cool. But when you let these things prolong and it's almost like becoming constant, becoming who you are, that's where the problem is. What is overthinking? I believe overthinking is analyzing a situation deeply, especially ones that haven't even happened yet. And this will cause you so much mental clutter, and it will force you to almost be unhappy because you're not even living in the present. You could be enjoying life with your friends on a beach, drinking a margarita, chilling, and you're overthinking about something that's totally irrelevant to the situation right now. Things, right? Once I had to realize, like, what is the present? Ask yourself that. What is the present? And I don't mean by just Christmas, looking under your tree. I mean this current moment you're in. This exact moment that you're watching this YouTube video, if you're watching this, right, and you're listening up, this current moment is the only thing that exists. The past is the past. The future is yet to come. But the present moment, man, you could change everything about you just staying in the present moment. Because, yes, your past is your past. You can't change it. It's just a dream now, right? I look at the past as just a dream. But the current moment is what we're actually living in. And I just think about that so deeply. Like, I never used to think about it like that. But what changed was when you realize that this is the only thing that matters. There is no tomorrow. What's that movie clip? I think it was Rocky, right? When he's like, there is no tomorrow. He's like, tomorrow, man, tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Because there truly isn't a tomorrow. The only thing that's true is right now. Once I realized that helped me really stop overthinking to a certain extent. Of course, you can't really help what you think about. Actually, you can through meditation, but that's besides the point right now. Right? There were certain things that I had to do to limit my overthinking and sometimes just cut it out completely in certain aspects. And in this video, I'm going to break it down so you guys can understand how to officially stop overthinking, what I've done, and you'll notice how your life will change. So let's get right into it. Number 1, staying occupied in the current moment. My mom told me this when I was a young age, and it stuck with me from the bottom of my heart because she was right. And what she told me was, there is always something to do. When I was a little kid, I'm like, bro, she just trying to get me off the game. Like, I'm just trying to play 2K, bro. Like, I'm just trying to play Madden, bro. And she was like, yo, get off that shit, man. Like, this when I was like 12, 13, like a little boy, like a little jit. But she was like, there's always something to do. Like, so you could learn how to get better. She was pretty much telling me, like, the context behind it was, you could always get better. There's something to do. Clean your room. Learn how to cook. Do this, do that, because there's always something to do. And you know what? She was so right. That's one thing that'll probably stick with me for the rest of my life. And I might even tell my kids that. That's how deep it is. Because there's always something to do. When you break down your life, like, okay, I could clean my room. I could work on my homework assignments. I could get ahead. I could go practice my shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, go play some basketball. I can go work out. There's always something to do. There's always something to do to get better. And once you realize that, you could stay in the moment and keep yourself busy. When you keep yourself busy, especially on productivity and tasks that propel you forward, you realize, like, dang, I'm overthinking a lot less than I usually am. And the best part is I'm as better as I ever was. This is the best version of myself currently, right? Maybe I got ways and ways and ways to go, but right now I'm currently my best self. Like, you don't want to be that person who peaked in high school. Like, that's just lame, You got to keep going, get better, looking better, grind for more. Because people are always trying to be complacent. right? You don't want to be complacent in life. There's always something to do. Keep your mind busy, right? Because instead of overthinking about this situation that hasn't happened yet, your time, your energy, your mental focus, your mental capacity is focused on this one task. That really matters and that really helps. So remember, when you start overthinking, what can I do? What is something I could do? Maybe if I just clean my room or do some laundry, I'll feel better. So think about it like that. The next one, number 2, what I like to say, right? My little mantra, you just gotta just give it to God. I feel like some things are just out of your control. It's out of your control. There's nothing you could do about it. And you want things to go a certain way, but there's nothing you could do about it. One thing that helps me is just to say, give it to God, I'm going to just give it to God. And whatever happens, happens. Because when you look at it from that perspective, you know that God is working in your best favor. You're praying, you're in that Bible, you're going to church. You're just trying to find God. One thing that helped me, it's just giving it to God. Give all your worries to God. What's wrong with that? I find nothing wrong with that. And this helped me become so much more chill. Because when I thought about it like this, not only did I stop overthinking, I started looking for the best possible outcomes. So now my outcomes are just so much more positive because I'm gonna just give it to God. And I will be thinking the worst, and the worst rarely happens. I wouldn't say never, but it rarely happens. It rarely happens. So why would I overthink? I had to ask myself, if the worst thing that I always think of never happens, why would I always think that way? I try to always look for I'm the glass half full type of guy. Like, okay, you lost this, you lost that, you lost this. But guess what? There's always something new to come. You could do whatever you want. I could do whatever I want. So, okay, maybe I lost this opportunity, right? Or I lost this job, or this deal didn't go through, or this thing didn't end up happening. There's always something better in the future. There's always something better in the future. And once you realize there's always something better, you would just be like, thank you, God. You would be grateful. You have gratitude because if you're working hard, especially, right? For everyone sitting down at home, I can't speak for you. But for the people who are actually working hard and they haven't seen the results they wanted yet, there's always room for growth. There's always something better to come. You never know. You never know. And once you look at it like that, you're like, oh, shoot, I'm not going to overthink. I'm going to just give it to God and just pray for the best, but I'm going to just keep working throughout. This is the mindset I had to develop. And once I did that, this was really important for me because it just made me stop caring about things that isn't in my control. Like, I can't control everything. So I might as well do the best I can and just work the hardest I can. The next one, number 3, meditation and journaling. I feel like meditation, I'm going to talk about meditation first. Meditation helps because you can see your thoughts. And when you realize your thoughts aren't you, right? I'm going to say that again. Your thoughts aren't you. You could be thinking the worst thing, right? It's not that positive people don't get negative thoughts. They just know how to filter them and just let them just pass by. Like, the people who are always negative, they sit with them thoughts. Why am I thinking that? And whatever you're thinking, it grows. You're like, why am I thinking the worst possible thing? Like, that wild thing I'm talking about, right? I'm trying not to violate, but you could be thinking about the wildest thing, the craziest thing, like life-ending thing. And you realize damn, why am I thinking this right now? What's going on in my head? You can't pay it no mind. Pay negative thoughts in your head no mind. Because once you do this, 2 things happens, right? Number 1, you're not worrying about the negative all the time. And when you're not worrying about the negative, what else is negative? right? What's the opposite of negative? Positive. Positive things come in. So number one, you're reducing your stress level and you're not overthinking as much because you realize that, okay, negative thoughts, they're just thoughts. They're not me. So they just pass through your head and you have more room for positivity and positive thoughts. You have more room for that. And that's what you want. That's what you need. Because especially when you're doing all that, your vibration goes up and it's like compounds. It literally compounds. The negative gets lower, the positive just shoots up. Next thing you know, you're thinking about everything positive. Everything positive, nothing negative. Even that negative thoughts cross across your mind. They come across your mind. You're not dwelling, you're not worshiping your thoughts. You're just letting them pass by. And that's the best feeling ever. It's the best feeling ever. Because now your vibration's higher. People want to be around you, and like your aura is just better. Like people are attracted to that, and they don't even know why. But nobody wants to be around a negative person all the time, dwelling in their thoughts, complaining, right? Of course you can vent. That's what friends are for. That's what, you know what I'm saying? If you want to vent. But just don't let it be an everyday thing where it's becoming a part of you. That's what you have to look out for. The journaling part, right? First I talked about the meditation, now it's the journaling part. The journaling part, right? I'm actually still pretty new to this, but what I realized was when I'm looking at my old past self, right, from the past, you can see exactly how you feel. This is why you're supposed to jot down everything that you're feeling on your mind, your emotions, and you see exactly how you're feeling. And this helps a lot because you see where you are now, and you realize like, wow, this problem is so small and I'll just let it just eat me up inside, I just focus all my energy, all my thought, my mindset wasn't where it should be, but now you could at least have a gauge of where you're at. And that's the best part, because when you keep journaling and you're seeing all the stuff from your past days, how you were feeling in that current moment, you realize like, wow, like life is actually good. Like when you really read your problem, it's not even that deep. It's not that deep, but it's just in our heads. In our heads, we just expand things. We just drag things out to the top, to the very max. And that just was what destroys people, because it hinders you from doing certain things by focusing on the negative. This is a real big key. That negative vibe, that negative energy, those negative thoughts can destroy you. Don't let your own mind turn against you. Damn, stand that. Don't let your own mind turn against you, because you will see, like, if your own mind, all you have is your mind. And if your own mind turns against you, you lost. There's probably nothing you could do, because when you control your mind and you realize that you can take over the world, people will come to you, people will try to destroy you, but if your mind is strong, that can never happen. But yeah, like I was saying, journaling definitely helped, because you can see your past emotions, your past self, and you realize like, I'm not really focused like on the wrong things. I'm good now. That was just a phase. That was just a feeling. That was just a moment. But now I'm better. And that's what I realized with journaling. Lastly, the last point I'm going to talk about. Take action. Kind of like a subpoint of what I was talking about before, what my mom said earlier in the video. I'm pretty much trying to tell you guys that you have to take action. If you're overthinking about something, especially, this is not even about like something negative. Let's say if you wanted to do something important, you wanted to go change something, do something important, find this opportunity, do it now. Do it now, do it now, do it now. Because when you prolong things, you're just overthinking the situation. Because here's the thing, for my YouTube, nobody has the perfect plan, right? Nobody has a perfect plan, but it's about building slowly. And okay, this is going a little wrong. Let me just adjust Rather than, imagine if I just, before I started my YouTube channel, I'm thinking about videos like this now. I'm like, in May 12th, 2025 at 9 a.m., I'm gonna be making this video about that because this will help with this. It'll tie into my channel, fit into that niche. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of that, take it day by day. Take a slow action, right? Not slow, but just take action. Because when you take action, you realize that overthinking is the problem itself. The problem is that you're overthinking. The problem is not what you're about to do. The problem is the overthinking, the procrastination. Because you don't want to delay your blessings. Who knows? You could start a YouTube channel and take over the world just like that. Take over the whole app. You never know. You might have that idea that can make you 6 figures, right? It can make you 6 figures. But you don't want to do it because you're too scared of success. You're scared of failure. Everyone fails, bro. I failed in this YouTube so many times. But I get right back up and try again. If you get back up and try again and you're actually persistent in life, how can you lose? Tell me. Same with working out. Same with playing sports. Same with music. Same with YouTube. Same with everything. If you fail, you get right back up and try again. Because everyone who ever did everything great failed at one point. Nobody ever had a perfect journey. Look, nobody ever had a perfect journey. Not even your favorite movie, right? There's always a problem. There's always something they got to overcome. Because they failed, get back up, might fail again, get back up. Eventually they'll pass. Eventually they'll succeed. But the real, true hard work, the hard journey is in the failure. How strong are you to fail and get back up? Can you fail? How many times? I could fail a million times in a row, and I'm going into it like that 1,000,001 time is going to be a banger. It's going to be a hit. I'm going to figure it out because you're not starting from level 1. You're starting from your current experiences with all your failures, so you know exactly how to pivot, how to move, you know? But this is a video for everyone to stop overthinking. All right, I hope I helped everyone, you know, or at least even one person. Even if it's one person, these videos aren't to help literally everyone in the whole world. It's to help the people who want to be helped, you know? But make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do what you got to do, man. Stop overthinking, focus on yourself, get things done, take action, cut out negativity, and just be yourself. This is life, and we only get one of it. So you got to live life to the fullest. You got to live life to the fullest. And that's for sure something that I want to do. And I hope you guys do the same thing. But I'm off this, man. Peace.